Now just give it a little bit of heat. This little spot where you can adjust the spring. We are getting up to 300. 63. Alright, so this is where I'm going to do the cranny test. So let me explain something to you guys real quick. So there is this, in here, there's this little spot where you can adjust the spring on the inside. 3,000, almost 3,100 PSI. Just a tad over 3,000, just a tad over the max. One, two. 238 from 250. From 238, let's see if we can go back past 250 or the same. There. But we are at 2125, about a little above 2 and 1 notch. See that? 260, 263. Just starting to drop below 2,000 now. $272, 68. Here's left. Ooh, that one was almost 280. 1,800 PSI, and we're getting about 280. Look at that. And now we are getting up to 300. 263, 272, 262. All right, so we're at about 1,400, 1,500 PSI. I'm gonna top it up, and then I'm gonna start doing some target shooting with different ranges. So now you know that what it's capable of, the regulator that's on it, and knowing that I found the best spot for that spring to be for the hammer. Let's see what type of range we can get and how much dip we get in the arrows every 30 feet or so. There you go. You can vary from 246 to 300 depending on a variable of factors, but there you go. All right. All right, my friends, let's do some shooting, shall we? So I'm gonna start out just letting you know I got 3,100 PSI in there, just above 3,000 mark, and I did 10 paces, so it's about 10 meters or 33 feet, right around there. I'm gonna keep it close because at a high pressure the velocity is lower, and then as it gets into the 2,000s I will back it up another 30 feet and then another 30 feet and see how much it drops. So let's shoot. I just wanted to show you, so here's a quick little tip for the ones who don't know. If you got a messed up fletching, fin, wing, whatever you want to call it, feather, not a feather, that would light on fire. So the fletching, if it's all crooked and bent and messed up, this actually happened from the cranny. So all you have to do is take some heat from a lighter. You could use a heat gun, but I just use a lighter, it's quick and easy. You don't want to touch the flame, you want to have it like above the flames so the heat hits it. You see how it's all wrinkled? Now just give it a little bit of heat. On that side. That side, just keep flipping it. Shouldn't be any black on it. There, just like that, brand new. That's all you gotta do. You don't gotta buy new ones. You just give it some heat and then it goes right back to where it was. All right, now just aiming just below the center. Let's see where that hits. All the way down as far as it'll go. I'm gonna aim for the center again. So right on the crosshair, right below where it gets thicker, that is literally the bullseye at 30 feet. So I'm gonna go for every target spot on there and see if I can hit with pinpoint accuracy, just like I did with that last shot. That right there is the bullseye. Let's see how it goes. I'll show you through the scope. This also is shooting a little funny because I'm elevated and that is below. That right there, that should be the bullseye. They might be slightly off because it was so awkward holding the camera like that, but I'll do the other parts, and then I'll show you how accurate it is. So this one was on camera. These ones were really good. That's exactly where I was aiming. That one was off because the leaf was in there and I was trying to avoid the leaf, and then these ones, this one and these three, look at how perfect they hit. That was literally where I was aiming. I was trying to avoid each one so I didn't sink an arrow down inside of its tube, so I just went off about a 1/2 inch to an inch in that same red spot, and it hit right where I wanted it to. So it's very accurate at 30 feet, 35 feet. So I am going to double the distance and see how much a difference that's gonna make. All right, so I'm gonna go back up the target to 60 feet, see how much of a difference it makes. Gun's at 2,500 PSI. All right, so my first shot at 60 feet, it didn't drop at all. It actually went exactly where I was aiming. Having this new setup is making a huge difference compared to what I had on the first Javelin video I uploaded to the channel. That's going exactly where I want it to. All right, I'll put the camera out there so you can see what they're hitting like. Would you look at that? So accurate compared to the first video that I put out with that crappy regulator that I had on there, with the way it was set up. This is like pinpoint accuracy. It's exactly where I was aiming. So we'll do 90 feet and then I'll call it a day on this video. So I actually recounted it and it's actually more like 100 feet, close to 100 feet. So you can see how far away it is. I'll do 1 or 2 with the camera there, and then I'll put it over there so you can see how accurate it is. So if I'm going for the top left, I have to aim for the top of the target right about there, and then it's perfect bullseye. Not bad for 100 feet. So I'm thinking another 50 feet, you would probably have to go up 2 more notches, like about here, and probably, I don't know, 175, 200 feet, you'd be cutting it close. But I'll save that for another video. So I'll put the camera down there. All right, I'm gonna do 7 shots and I'll tell you how much PSI. There were bushes in the way, so I went a little higher than this corner, but that's where I was aiming. Right on the bullseye. A little off from the bullseye. That one's right on the bullseye. That one's right on the bullseye. And these, I aimed for the right and the bottom because I didn't want to hit that arrow. So I feel like I could have got it right on the red if I wanted to. So yeah, and that's at 100 feet. So that's not bad at all. Okay, in my next video when I'm doing these range tests, I'm going to try 200. I'll try to max it. I mean, we'll see if it can even do 225 or 250 or maybe even 300. Who knows? But we'll see. Well, I hope you had as much fun as I did watching this video as me shooting. If you drop a like, it does huge things for videos. I've never realized how important it is. If subscribing is too much of a commitment for you, at least drop me a like, because it helps a lot. I didn't realize until recently likes is a huge factor. So I mean, if you liked it, drop a like. If you got something to say, or if you want to ask me something, I will answer in the comments within a day or 2 usually, sometimes earlier than that. So subscribe if you want to commit, and like if you liked it. If you didn't like it, tell me why and give me a dislike. Don't hit the dislike button, please. I'm just kidding. All right, thanks for watching, y'all. Peace out until the next one.